We're going to talk to Brian, who is calling in from Oregon. Brian, you're live on Truth Wanted. What's up?
Hello, Dr. Dan, Dr. Brently. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, I guess, or if I'm Mr. Dr. Dan, that's still legal, I think, because if it's part of my name.
When I was a Christian, I worked for Foundation of Human Understanding, a church group, a conservative church group, believed in exorcisms, et cetera, and a lady came into the front desk, and I happened to be working close by, and she threw this tape at the lady behind the desk, and she said, "There are demons on this tape. This place is of Satan, and I'm never coming back here again."
Oh, my God.
And I go, whoa, what's going on? So I went up to the front desk to see what the heck was happening. And the lady there gave me the cassette, and she said, evidently there's recorded demons on this tape. So, guys, we've got evidence now. We've got proof. So we went back and played the tape back, and sure enough, you could hear, and it was the pastor. You could hear him talking in between, and it was right over top of his voice that all these demons were just talking and trying to block him out. And so that didn't sort of sit right with me. So I wanted to try something, because we record those tapes at 16 times sound speed when we make the duplicates. So I sped up the tape and recorded it sped up. Then I sped it up again and recorded that sped up. So now we're going 2, 4, 6, 8. And by the time I got up to 8 times sound speed and played the cassette, you could hear it saying, "Breaker, breaker, Charlie, there's Smokey up front there at the light, so be careful."
Okay, so interesting.
It was CB radio that was bleeding into our playback head because someone didn't connect the ground wire to it, and it was acting like an antenna, picking up CB radio and putting it on the cassette tapes that were sold, the copies, at 16 times sound speed. But when you play it back at normal speed, it's going to sound like grunts and groans. I mean, you're not going to make your tails out of it.
Brian, that's so funny.
That's an example of audio pareidolia.
Yeah, you dove straight into that story, and I was like, you threw me off for a second there. I didn't know where you were going and what was happening, but that's really funny. That reminds me of the story. It was like an urban legend of these Russian scientists that tried to drill a hole down deep into the earth, and then they had a tape recording of hell, and if you listen to it, it sounds like people screaming, but it's just like audio from like an old movie that was just like manipulated. So it sounds like it's just a situation like that. People just get scared over nothing.
I feel like I remember you. Did you call into Seth Andrews' show?
Say again?
Did you called into Seth Andrews' show, correct?
Oh yeah, I did. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I was gonna say, I was like, this sounds way too familiar, but I feel like I know where he's going with this. All right. Cool. No, how's it going, man? No, it was an interesting story. I had a good time listening to you, tell it. So.
Pareidolia only occurs for visionary type experiences, not from audio, and it was very funny that was the case. And after that didn't cause me to become an atheist, but since then I have become an atheist. But the end result is that people will jump to conclusions, especially the fact that our pastor did do exorcisms, and so that primes in mind.
Oh my gosh!
People that are even in the
Oh wow!
So
yeah,
that's by the way too.
Yeah, that's not good. There's definitely an audio word for like pareidolia. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but like it's the same kind of phenomenon where like you think you hear satanic lyrics in Beatles songs. We're talking a lot about Satanism today, but yeah, like satanic lyrics in Beatles songs when you play it backwards and stuff. That's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
Definitely people like thinking they're hearing something that's not there. That's very funny. Like when you're so primed to view the world in such a religious mindset, it's like with ghosts, right? Like you suddenly everywhere you see ghosts, like everywhere you're seeing demons, everywhere you're seeing like the influence of satanic people. Oh, the crew put the word in for me, apophenia.
Well, that's just
Apophenia
fine.
is another good-
Apophenia is just finding any kind of connection between anything that's not there. But
Yeah, you're right.
It's
You're
still
right.
true. Yeah, it's accurate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Before
Well, Brian,
my brother died, he tried to illustrate, or not illustrate, demonstrate how people would see ghosts during a thunderstorm if somebody's standing in a window looking outside at the storm and a flash of lightning hits. You'll see your reflection in the window
oh yeah,
when the lightning hits. Yeah, and so you look like your dad pretty close, and so you think you're seeing a ghost of your dad.
oh
That is
yeah,
possible,
that's
yeah, I
interesting.
Go
Huh?
to
Yeah,
room
I guess.
and someone is standing there, and you take a flash picture of them, and then you turn the lights on, and there's nobody there. Your eye will still see from the perception. Oh dear, what do you call it for a movie
Extra
film?
image.
From scene to scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, gentlemen. Keep up the good work.
Thank you for calling in. Appreciate that story. That's a fun one. I did, like I said, he just jumped straight into it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is happening? That took a second.
Well, it was he was set ready to go because he'd had that. I swear I heard that same, and it's a fascinating story. So don't get me wrong, like that was really cool, like what he was talking about and everything. But it was just weird because I was literally just listening like yesterday, I think, to the Seth Andrews episode. And it was like almost verbatim,
Yeah.
the same story. So I was like, what is happening? Am I going crazy? Why am I hearing the same?
Yeah, that's really funny.